Hey guys, it is Friday, May 30th, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, this is the last stream for the month of May 2025. We are focusing on the developers that are offering multiple options of stable, steady, free VST plugins. So let's jump right into it. The free VST developer is as follows. So we're going to talk about Project Sam again. We started talking about him yesterday. The free Orchestra 1. We're going to look at the free Orchestra 2 today also. And also we're going to look at some Klanghelm plugins. We got 2 that I'm definitely using today, but there are more, which you'll see in a moment. And also Tal-Software. These are the 2 that I'm going to be using, but they have more also. So let's jump to the website. Let's start with Tal. So first up here, you go to the website, scroll closer to the bottom right here. We have the section that says free plugins, and they have a couple of offerings right here. We have a filter. We have the Tal reverb. We have the Tal chorus, which I use a lot. I might just throw it on something in the demo just to let you guys hear it. Tal Noisemaker, which I am using today, and the Tal vocoder. So next up from Klanghelm, we have, they have some paid plugins, and then they have stripped down free versions of some, if not all of them. So for the free ones, they have Tense JR, or Tense Junior, which is a spring reverb. We have MJUC Junior, which is a variable tube compressor. They also have IVGI, which is a saturation and distortion plugin. And then the DC1A, which is also another compressor. All right, Project Sam, let's look at it again. So we'll be talking about the Orchestra free, the free Orchestra 2, I should say. All the specs are here. Like the other page, they have some audio examples. You can just click, play them. Very, very, very high quality orchestra presets, sample instruments. Very, very high quality stuff. So let's jump into the example for today. So yesterday, this is the stage that it was at. This is what you guys heard. And then we're gonna listen to what I just finished doing. All right, so this is what it sounded like yesterday. All right, so that was from yesterday. All right, so here goes today. Added a lot more stuff. Some more from Project Sam. the Orchestra 1 and 2, and the Tal noisemaker and a whole bunch of stuff. So let's check out what we have. And there's some vocals on here too. All right, here we go. You can say what you want to say, but then you've got to go. You can say what you want to say, but then you've got to go. But then you've got to go. Gotta go. But then you've got to go. Gotta go. Okay, so let's take a look at Project Sam. So what I did was, where is it? So we have a low bass sound here. So that was from Project Sam 1, the orchestra, free orchestra 1. This one over here. I turned on the octaver, and I think I used the lowest octave, but then I also cheated a little bit and I mixed it with another pitch plugin to drop it even lower and kind of blended them together with this pitch plugin. So I dropped it an octave lower and then blended it with the lowest octave that's naturally already there. And then I used this compressor, which is not a part of the list, but this is Analog Obsession. They just released this. So you guys could check that out. Just Google Analog Obsession. And you'll see this on their Patreon page. It is the latest from them. If I remember, I'll add the link to the description of the video. So we have that going. One thing I didn't showcase with Project Sam's interface is, in addition to when you click on the library button here, which I'm going to talk about a problem in the second one. When you go over here, we have instruments, but then there's another section that says multis. So when you click on that, there are some presets here where they have already combined a couple of these together to stack them to get more of a soundscape for you to create like a nice motif. So it's multi-instruments, multi-layered, and they have some combinations that work already set up here. You could do your own combinations, but they also have it here. They have some combinations here. So check out their combinations, see how they stack and layer the instruments and the octaves. And the effects also, even with the octaver and all that stuff. So even more presets over here on the side that says multis. So one of the issues that I've found let's see right here, Project Sam 2. Once again, the Project Sam offering is for the contact player and the full version of contact. But like I said, when I present you guys with these plugins and software and offerings, it's always going to be 100% free. So this works in the contact player, which is free, and then you download the Project Sam instruments. So with this one, they don't have that button like the other. Hit the plus button here, which you're gonna stack an instrument, which I don't want to do. Or if you want to change what's currently there, just hit this little X, get rid of this, and then you'll get that initial screen that's gonna prompt you to select your first instrument slash sound slash preset. So just a little tidbit with that. So I used this. Where is this? It is here. So it's playing this line here. No, this line here. So that setting is called tutti crescendo. So it says these aggressive strings plus brass crescendo. It was taken from their Symphobia 4, which is, I think, a part of their paid stuff. But of course, they strip it back as far as the amount of control you have. The cool thing about this is you can play with this knob right here to change how fast the crescendo happens, which is really good because, you know, depending on the tempo and how long you want the crescendo to be, that's great to really tailor it to fit your music and what you're trying to do. So you can get a really fast crescendo based on your BPM, and you do your divisions. If you're doing quarter note, half note, triplets, all that, you can just dial it in. If you want a long a whole note or 4 beats, however you want to do it, you can get a nice long crescendo or a short crescendo based on what you want. So it's cool that that option is there for some of these presets. I think on the free orchestra one, they might have that for some of the presets also, if there's a preset that effect or that control would apply to. But I didn't notice it until I saw it on this one. So also, I think I used it a second time. Did I? No, that's the only time. And you guys heard the horns from yesterday. So these are supporting each other. They're panned. The next thing I used was the Tal noisemaker from Tal-Software. And that's playing somewhere over here. And it's just a pretty simple preset that was there. This one is resizable. They updated this interface probably about 3 or 4 years ago. So they're still supporting this plugin. It is pretty old, but they've been doing a lot of work under the hood, updating the interface, updating the version. So we have VST3. If I remember correctly, I think there's clap. So they're still supporting, updating, tweaking. And there are presets here. We can go to presets area. They have them categorized: harp, bass, chords, drums, effects, key, lead, and pads. So pretty decent plugin. If you're into tweaking, you got all these options here: oscillators, filters, amps. There are effects. So we have chorus, crush, reverb, delay. So it's a pretty full-fledged synth, and definitely check that out. And some of their other plugins too. Matter of fact, let's mess with these the Tal chorus on this. See what it sounds like. So this is supposed to be emulating the chorus on the Juno. I'm not hearing much of a difference on this sound source. I'll try it on something else later. So on the vocal, let's go to that section.
Say what you want to say, but then you've got to go. You can say what you want to say.
I used the Tal reverb. So the cool thing about this reverb,
Say what you want to say, but then you've got to go.
yeah, so the cool thing about this reverb is it is resizable. Once again, they've been updating the interface, the versions, all that. So there is VST3. I'm thinking there is clap. Let's double check, so I'm not just guessing. Tal. All right, let's go to the site. Scroll down here. So let's look at Reverb 4, Mac OS, Linux, and we have VST, VST3, AU, AAX, and clap. And we're up to version 4.04. So they've been updating these, which is great. So the cool thing is you get a lot of control over here. There's a mod section. You can actually tune the reverb up. We have our EQ here to control the tone of the reverb. They have lo-fi. I don't know why there's a sample rate, but there is. So you can mess with that if you desire. We have our mix section here, dry and wet shaders separate. And then there is ducking. So you can turn on sidechain ducking. Depending on how your DAW works, the setup might be a little bit different, but you can apply and utilize ducking. Only thing I don't like about this ducking is you have no control over the attack and the release time based on that incoming audio signal. I'm used to that, so I would love to see ducking controls, a little bit more fine-tuned controls with the ducking, attack, release, things of that nature. Otherwise, it's great that it's there. I think all delays and reverbs should have it built in, but that's a work in progress. So over here we have the main section to set up your delay type. So we have size, we have damping, We have the delay, so like early reflection, when you want the reverb to kick in after the main signal. If you want to do that, there is diffusion and then stereo width control. So very robust reverb and has a very nice sound. Let's solo his vocals right here.
Say what you wanna say, but
let's turn off the delay. No delay. Here we go.
Say what you wanna say, but then you've gotta go. You can say what you wanna say, but then you've gotta go. But then you've gotta go.
All right, so with the Klanghelm stuff, let's see what we got here. So on the Vox over here, I use the MJUC Junior, that compressor here. The attack time constant I have it set to slow. You have fast, slow, and auto. Auto is just gonna basically be input signal dependent based on the input. We have simple controls. The compression, you just dial in how much compression you want and then make up gain. You have a power button here, turn it on and off. You click on the meter here to also turn it on or off, bypass. And then right where the GR is right here for gain reduction, you can click on that to switch your metering option. So now it says out. So now we're looking at the output level. Click on it again. Now we're monitoring the gain reduction level. This one is very straightforward, very effective. I think there's a little bit of color being added, but it's very straightforward, easy to use compressor. Good for like material that you're trying to not rough up too much. Your lead vocals, acoustic piano, that's very prominent in the mix. It can be very transparent, but yet very effective. So very good compressor. And then on the main lead vocal here, I use the other compressor, the DC 1A3. So this one looks simple, but it gets complicated because of these different modes down here. Definitely check out the website and check out the owner's manual, and it'll describe and explain what each mode means. I'm not going to do that here. Just like the MJUC Junior, we have the option to switch the metering from metering the output or metering the gain reduction right over here. And also on the meter itself, if you click, it will bypass it. But otherwise, you just dial in your input knob to get some compression going, and then you adjust your output based on how you want to compensate for the gain reduction. There's also a mix section here, so you can click and drag up and down if you want to do some parallel compression. So right now it's set to 100% wet. But then you've gotta go. 100% compressed. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let me check my list here. Yes. Alright, that's it. But then you've gotta go.
what you wanna say, but then you've gotta go. You can say what you wanna say, but then you've gotta go. But then you've gotta go. Gotta go. But then you've gotta go.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the video and for the month. Join me next week as we continue with the live streams, presenting you guys with free VST plugins, 100% free. Definitely check the link in the description. It'll take you to that blog page where you can download those plugins, add them to your arsenal. They're all pretty amazing. So also check the link in the description for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. If you're looking to understand how your computer and its internal components works along with your DAW to help power it for a smooth experience, so you don't end up having clicks and pops, glitching, stuttering, audio cutting in and out, your program freezing, crashing while you're trying to get work done, distracting you, pulling you out of your creative zone, definitely check out that series. It'll help you understand how everything works together to keep your experience smooth when you're working in your DAW, mixing, mastering, sampling, recording, tracking MIDI, tracking audio, whatever it is you do, pitch correcting. That series will help you understand how everything works, and it'll give you some insight when you're looking to upgrade or get a new setup, whether it be a PC, a Mac, a laptop, for a portable setup. It'll help you understand where you need to focus your money as far as the specs. Do I need more RAM? Do I need a lot of hard drive space? Do I need a faster CPU? How many cores? It'll help you understand all those parameters to help you make a better informed decision. So check that out. Also, there is a link for a growing playlist for these videos that I do weekly, multiple times a week, presenting you guys with free VST plugins. So if you're looking for some more free VST plugins, definitely check out that link. There's over 400 videos up there presenting you guys with free VST plugins, 100% free. Also, there's a link in the description for my new series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week, every Saturday, for 52 weeks, I'll be releasing a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper. And those videos are just to showcase and highlight what makes Reaper such an amazing DAW in my tool set as a producer and a songwriter. That's pretty much it. Tomorrow's Saturday, so there'll be a new video for that series being released, 52 Weeks of Reaper. And that's pretty much it, guys. Join me back here next week, for another live stream as I present you guys with more free VST plugins to add to your arsenal. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, you'll see me in the next video.